Hello there, my beautiful Sagittarius friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful to each and every one of you for being here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every week. All right, everyone, welcome to this powerful reading. Today's energy is intense. As I'm filming today, we have the planet Mercury opposing the planet Pluto. The combination of these planets' energy is creating something I want to call mental warfare. It's something that some of you are already experiencing in your life. It is showing up through some of the conversations that you're having that are feeling heated or loaded in some way. It is through the power struggles that are showing up in your lives unexpectedly or out of nowhere. It is where everyone's trying to prove a point or protect some sort of a truth. It is something that you feel in the background, beneath the surface, in silence. Sometimes it's like an internal battle or a battle that you're saying without words, because this energy is going to speak louder than words. You're definitely going to feel it. So I wanted to bring you some messages, some guidance, some clarity that your soul needs to hear today as you're navigating through this. So we're going to pull some cards and see what it is that Spirit wants to share. All right, Sagittarius, let's call in Spirit and open up your reading. Let's see what it is that Spirit wants to share with you around this energy. So we're going to start with a Spirit Animal Oracle card. This is an animal that is going to be guiding you through this energy. So it's coming to you with a grounding message. So dragonfly, adaptability. So some of you are seeing dragonflies in your life. This is a confirmation. If you haven't seen one, you're seeing one now on your screen. So adaptability, the message here is the dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life. In order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential, approach things lightly, as light as a dragonfly. All right, dragonflies are ultra light. I remember I picked one off the ground and I couldn't even feel the weight of it at all. So I'm going to read this to you one more time. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life. In order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential, approach things lightly. Okay, so if you're carrying anything heavy, it is time to put it down. Okay, so I'm going to now pull a Sacred Woundings Oracle card. This is the card deck that Spirit called me to use in this reading, and it's because these wounds, these energies are going to be drawn out with the alignment that is taking place here. And Spirit is calling us to either sit with this wound, this emotion, this feeling, or to work on healing it. There's a purpose and a reason why it's coming through. And this might not be a wound within yourself. This could be someone else's energy that you're working through, right? So let's see what's coming through for you. So the wound of the softened blow. The wound of the softened blow. So harm disguised as love or care. This wound forms when control, criticism, or manipulation is delivered in the language of affection. You're hurt, but told it's for your own good. It can leave you confused about love, about what love really is, questioning your instincts and struggling to trust what feels good without fear of hidden cost. So some of you might be feeling this. You might be experiencing this in someone else that is dealing with this wound. So yeah, the wound of the softened blow. So know that that energy is something that we're meant to work with, something that we are, again, meant to heal, and sometimes just meant to sit with, right? And not react to. So let's pull a couple of tarot cards here and see what else is coming through for you. So we are getting Two of Swords. So I'm getting someone that may be struggling in their mind to make a decision. Someone that is meant to listen to their heart. So this is where Spirit is encouraging you to really tune into what your heart is saying, what feels right for you, what feels not necessarily peaceful, because sometimes because of peace, we can suppress ourselves or not allow ourselves to shine in the brightest way. This is more about tuning into what feels right for you at this time. So Two of Swords to start. We have the Four of Pentacles. I'm seeing someone here that is working on building or creating something. And your intuition is actually guiding you. Your intuition is right, Sagittarius. This is what Spirit wants you to know. Your intuition is correct. They don't want you to hold on to grudges or resentments because of mistakes or failures you've had in your life. Some of you might be having a hard time making a decision because of past experiences. But Spirit wants to confirm here that you are actually building what it is that you are trying to build. You're not far from it. And they're letting you know that you're not on the wrong path here. They want you to stabilize and ground yourself at this time by implementing some sort of a grounding practice in your day-to-day life. Now, this could be meditating, this could be exercising, this could be journaling. So Four of Pentacles, and we have the King of Cups. This is you cultivating peace within yourself, calm within yourself. And, you know, sometimes life is chaotic. This world is full of chaos, full of scattered energies, full of noise, right? And sometimes it's hard to feel into the experiences we're having because of all that noise, because of the softened blows. Sometimes we don't know what is right or what is wrong because of the many things that people have to share with us. This is you reconnecting with yourself and actually feeling into what it is that you're experiencing and not kind of putting your feelings and emotions on the back burner, right? So that is the King of Cups energy here. Water is an element that you are meant to work with right now, okay? So I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. Whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition and you will also receive your own messages. So masculine energy here, divine masculine working with the divine feminine. Oh yeah, I'm getting just a really powerful energy coming through for you today, Sagittarius. So I feel that you have a lot of power. Your intuition is incredibly strong. Don't ever doubt your intuition. And those of you that are feeling overly emotional or feeling emotions that are overwhelming, this is something that you're meant to work with. It's not, you're not broken. Spirit wants you to know that you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. It's the energies that we're meant to learn to work with, to manage. Right? And this is something that you're meant to master. So before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs because sometimes they put the pieces together for you. All right. I'm seeing someone that is taking a look at their phone. Like I'm getting just being tired. Someone that has been working really hard. And I'm taking a look at this Four of Pentacles, taking a look what you've created and almost being in this place of disappointment for some reason, feeling like, was this even worth it? Like there's a lot of different kinds of thoughts that are coming into my mind here that I'm connecting with through some of you. And yes, it was all worth it is what Spirit is saying here, and you might not be recognizing that right now. And there's something here that someone is holding on to, some sort of a belief, something that was shared with you or told to you that you were meant to believe that isn't really your own. This is something that Spirit is calling you to let go of. Some of you have been making choices and decisions based on what other people have wanted for you. This is a people-pleasing energy where you have come this far doing things that other people have wanted for you. And now you're in a place where you're like, I want to do something for myself. This is an energy that I haven't created for myself. So I want to actually take this now and I want to transform it into something different. Right? So I feel Spirit is encouraging you to actually do that, to take a look, to reassess. And I'm getting money energy coming in. This is where Spirit wants you to understand where your money's coming from, you know, where it's going, and to really understand or to work with your money. You know, sometimes, you know, life is full of different kinds of experiences. Sometimes we have to make choices or we find ourselves in an experience that leaves us in a place that feels like we're struggling or challenging in some way, right? This could be, you have some sort of a temporary situation and money is, one of the things that you are looking at and focusing at. And, when we attach, so money, to me, money I feel is a free energy, and I've always thought of it that way. I was a single mom. I raised my daughters, and I went through a lot of different challenging experiences in my life, and money was a part of it. But I never looked at money, and I feel my parents did a really good job of not letting us think about money, really. They didn't teach us about money, but they didn't let us worry about it either. So it was almost like neutral for us. We didn't have to think about it or worry about it. And I carried that into my adult life, where I don't really give money any of my energy, whether it's good or bad. And I've never really actually experienced money problems other than when I stressed about money. And I found that whenever I stressed or worried about it is when I experienced more of that. So I just, money comes and goes. It's an energy that you're not meant to put weight on, and it's as light as it's as light as a dragonfly. You can't put anything on it, right? So you have to allow it to flow without you worrying about it. So once you release that worry, that weight, it starts to flow. And I feel instead of focusing on problems, let's focus on the solutions, opening up a pathway for different energies to come in so we can work with them in order to find a solution within the experience we're having. And sometimes we have to be adaptable and flexible. Here, Spirit is calling you to be adaptable and flexible. So if you are going through financial stress, let's take a look at our finances. Let's take a look at, okay, where are we spending money? Where do I not need to spend my money? This is what I used to do. I'm like, okay, I'm going through a hard time right now with finances. Let's cut down on the things that I'm buying. Let's work with the energy that I have rather than trying to struggle with it or fight with it or trying to control it in some way. So this is where Spirit wants you to ground yourself, stabilize yourself, and let's focus on the solutions rather than the problems. You are building security and stability in your life. But right now, those of you especially that feel that you are going through a low point in your life, especially with your finances, let's try to work with this energy rather than trying to think anything about it. I understand that, money puts a roof over our head, puts a food in the fridge, right? Food on the table. I get that. But worrying about it isn't going to help the situation. So, I'm the type of person where I had to be strong for my kids. I feel like I had to take on that mom, dad energy as I worked through life. So I didn't have time to worry about problems, right? So I just didn't give problems any time of day. Instead, I just move through it. It's like, okay, I need this kind of money because they need this thing now. So I need to go find a job that aligns with that dollar amount, right? So I was able to set a goal and kind of work my way through that, making choices and decisions based on what I felt was right for us, feeling into and not allowing the thoughts, the worries, the things people are saying. What will people think? Who cares what people think? People will think things all day long. That is none of your business. That's their business, right? So sometimes we put a lot of weight on what other people are thinking. I'm getting a lot of different kinds of thoughts. They want you to gain control of those thoughts and ground yourself, right? So whenever I have a lot of thoughts, especially if they create worry within me, I start to write things down. And sometimes for some of us, writing isn't the easiest thing to do because it's like, where do we start? This is how I used to feel when I first started writing. And now when I write, I just write whatever's on my mind. It might not even make any kind of sense. And later on, I can go back and read it and it'll make sense to me. But I just pour that energy out, empty my mind, creating space for Spirit to connect. Right now, Spirit wants you to feel into what it is that you're moving through and listen to the inner guidance that is coming in. And if you feel that you're disconnected from this, Spirit is asking you to trust yourself. Sometimes we get disconnected and they want us to trust ourselves. But if it feels like there's a lot of noise, a lot of things that you're thinking, you're worried about, stressed about, anxious about, let's breathe through it. Let's try to create that inner calm so we can listen to what it is that our body is communicating to us, what our heart is asking of us, right? So don't ever fear making choices or decisions. You want to have intention behind your choices and decisions and take action according to that. And don't be afraid if you don't know what the way is. Spirit is asking you to set the fear aside. Sometimes we make a choice or a decision. We're not exactly sure if we made the right one. You have made the right one, Sagittarius. Trust yourself and keep walking and tuning into that energy and watch how everything unfolds for your highest good. You're meant to immerse yourself in the experiences that you are having because that's the only way that they unfold. If we don't immerse ourselves in them, then we struggle and then we kind of fight with them. That's that mental warfare. So this is where we calm the mind. It is incredibly important, Sagittarius, that you work on calming your mind. Spirit is encouraging you to implement some sort of practices in your life where you can actually calm your mind, tune into what it is that your body, your spirit is saying to you, what spirit is saying to you as well. There's going to be a lot of synchronicities and signs coming in, which you're going to take notice of. You're going to sense and feel things here. And the emotions are definitely rising here. And this is something that you're meant to work on strengthening within yourself, is these waters. So you can see that this king is sitting within a storm, waters that are moving around. But this person is content. They're in their place. They are grounded. They are rooted. They're holding their cup up as well. That might be feeling like it's splashing around as well. But this is an experience that you're meant to move through, right? So remember that we are made up of, I think, 70 or 75% water. So the waters within you might be, moving around, swishing around. There might be a storm, some sort of, energy that you are moving through that feels a little bit chaotic. You are meant to stay calm within that energy of chaos in order to move through it in the way that you desire to and have the experience you're desiring to have. And your emotions might be all over the place right now. So this is why it's important. I feel some of your empaths, you're picking up on a lot of energies. I was actually recently feeling an energy this Monday when I was filming, where everything felt scrambled. My intuition, my emotions, like everything felt scrambled. I felt very anxious. There's no reason for it. I feel it was an energy I was picking up on the collective. So what I did was I meditated. I grounded myself. I even went outside for a walk. It was like a 5-minute walk. It's just to like shake the energy off. So this is where Spirit wants you to implement something in your day-to-day life again that reinforces grounding in your life, and connect with some of the animals that you're seeing. So because animals are showing up. So whether it's you seeing deer, dragonflies, even animals that are coming through the water like fish. I'm getting a starfish here, and I'm seeing like pelicans that are flying above the water. All different kinds of energies. I'm getting fishermen. I don't know if any of you had a family member that was a fisherman that caught fish. Masculine energy. You're meant to take action. You're meant to be in motion here, working on creating structure within the chaos of these emotions, of this intuition, like really. I'm getting a grounding mat coming in. So I don't know if any of you have a grounding mat and you've been practicing grounding through using that mat, or maybe Spirit is calling you to maybe buy a mat, right? And I'm getting someone that is able to help you through this as well, like support coming in. So maybe it's time to talk to a counselor, a therapist, or someone that may have gone through the same similar experiences you have, that might have some advice, inspiration, or an ear that is able to take on some of the weight that you're wanting to express. And the other thing is, I'm getting someone painting, someone expressing their emotions through painting. So creating another channel for this energy to be expressed, right? Finding an outlet, a way of expressing yourself. And what I'm getting here also is you are going to find ways to actually create abundance through your emotions, through you sharing them, expressing them through a work of art. This is what's coming in. So some of you might already be doing this. And, I'm getting here mental warfare coming through this card of the King of Cups here. Like battling it out within your mind and your emotions. It's almost like you're feeling something, but what you're seeing isn't matching what it is that you're feeling. So it's creating this inner turbulence that you're having to work through, or something that you've been working through your entire life. And you're coming to a place now where Spirit is asking you to stabilize this. I'm getting the soften blow, this wound rising for sure with this. Harm disguised as self-love or care. So this could be somebody, this could be a parent energy, a father figure, mother figure, or, you know, a boss or someone in your life that told you love was something that it wasn't. So it left you confused, and there may be turbulence within yourself as you are coming to terms or coming to realization of what this actually was, and having to move through that. And this is why I feel therapist and counselor, someone that is a professional and external to you that can help you work through this energy. It's time to take on that support, right? And know that stability and security are coming into your life, and it's going to be through that grounding. To make sure that you're grounding in your life, in your day-to-day life, and making decisions based on what is true for you and not what's true for others. Tuning out that noise. Incredibly important for you, especially on your journey here. And I'm getting Moses parting the waters and walking through and guiding others. I'm getting this for you right now, Sagittarius, like Moses. I don't know if you have heard the word Moses. Maybe you know somebody by the name of Moses. I knew a dog named Moses. A friend had a dog named Moses. But this name is coming through, and I'm seeing the waters being parted and you finding a clear path through, right? So I'm going to now pull a bonus card. This is the Key Oracle. It's a Spirit Warrior deck. This is the card deck that Spirit called me to use in your reading today. So I'm going to read you a message here and see what they're wanting to say. Perpetua. So some of you might be resonating with the name Perpetua. You might be resonating with the image of this card. Okay, so she who aches, sadness, solitude, silent, and withdrawal. Okay, so let's read the interpretation. So these birds, so we're moving. We bought a house. We're going to be moving in September, and I've been seeing a lot of these birds there. I think they're magpies. That's what it is. I've never seen one until we were moving, and there's so many magpies where we're going. So they're such beautiful birds. Oh my goodness. Perpetua, she who aches, epitomizes a silent despair, sometimes felt when you are separated from something or someone you love. In her heartache, Perpetua has chosen to withdraw into her garden, hushed with snow. In her hands is her journal where she pours out her pain. Her faithful magpie bears a gift, but she doesn't see it. The gold ring in his beak gets unnoticed, as do the sheets of paper she has cast aside. If only she could see the beauty around her, in the quiet trees, in the kindness of a friend, in her ability to create, then Perpetua might break through her own sorrow. She tries to cover her pain in layers of gorgeous fabric, but she keeps herself from others. She remains in the solitude of sadness. The message of this card is you may be needlessly mired in your own grief. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Make sure you are doing the work that must be done so that you can escape the wintry garden of frozen tears. While it can be hard, you can rise from your place of detachment. Writing is a good thing for you, Sagittarius, so even if it's a letter you write but never send. Consider starting a journal if you haven't already. Free yourself by releasing the words racing through your mind. And do not ignore offers of help and assistance. They may come from unexpected allies, faraway places, or even close neighbors who's as chatty as a magpie. Your sadness will be alleviated and you will begin to move forward if you share parts of yourself again. Soon you'll be able to look back at your footsteps in the snow and see how far you've come. So look at that. That's such a beautiful message for you today. So let's go ahead and pull an angel number to close off your reading. Some of you are already seeing this number. This number is actually going to be guiding you through this energy. So anytime you see it, remember it's a message. Speak to Spirit. Spirit wants you to speak to them. So 4646, where you're receiving guidance at this time. This is why it's incredibly important to tune in, to tune out the noise. There's a lot of noise in the world right now, and sometimes we just have to disconnect it from it for a little while. So your intuition, your knowing, you're having this sense, this inner knowing, trust it. You're under spiritual development, and they want you to have some sort of a holy practice in your life around calming your energies here. So this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching. All right, so those of you that have made it this far in my video today, thank you so much for your love and support. Your presence here means so much to me. Now, I just wanted to remind everyone that I do have a secondary channel, Sacred Knowledge Living, where myself, my husband Paul, his brother Tom, and Tom's wife Katomi bring you more content. Katomi also brings us the Magic Intention candle, so she has a lot of behind the scenes there. We have meditations and podcasts. Now, I also wanted you to check out my website, www.sacredknowledgetarot.com. I have a lot of offerings there as well, which include my 14-day Mindset Challenge ebook and the 60-day Soul Commitment Challenge that myself and my husband Paul put together for all of you. So make sure you go check that out. Now, I also wanted you to check out some of these videos, especially if you enjoyed the video that you just watched. So enjoy, and until the next time.